Choice words, friend. Choice words.
Yeah.
Literally.
There you go. There you go.
This took a turn.
Yeah.
It
Now.
always takes a turn.
This milk is bad. It's turned.
Give me your milk.
Milk. Now with vitamin F.
This tastes like the cow got loose in an onion patch.
Good stuff.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 29 of the Four Dorksmen podcast. I'm Nate, a.k.a. Angry Nate.
This is Joey, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me for the weekend.
Ooh, I'm going to have to take you up on that. This is Collector Clint.
And this is Ryan, Asian Tony Stark.
And we are four dorks who are gathered today on this holy day, not to be confused with Sunday, but it is National Pizza Day. So as we were taught by Family Guy, if you put pineapple on pizza, it automatically makes it healthier. So,
Amen.
There's your pro tip today. Eat pineapple on pizza. Couple of quick housekeeping things. Make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram, _Dorksmen at both those places. You can email us at dorksmen@gmail.com. I will respond to your email, either on air
Lies. All lies. He is not going to respond to you.
Well, in all fairness, we responded to Vin's last week.
We did live
response.
And
Well,
he
that's what you
acknowledged
get.
it as well. He knows, so yes.
When you email a podcast, that's what you get is responses
live
via
response.
the taping. That's right. That's even better than just an email.
Yeah, you don't
reply
want
back.
me a lifeless robot response.
Easy
you
bender.
for your
Easy
message.
bender.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
We also
You
want
know,
to shout out. Sorry, go ahead, Clint.
I was going to say, make sure you guys know that dorksmen@gmail.com is a Funko customer service line based off our conversation last week. So if you have a Funko question, feel free to send it to us and you'll get an answer.
Yep, every
You might not like
February
it.
30th, every year.
Yeah. We only answer emails on February 30th. So make sure you get all your emails in before that day, and we'll definitely answer it on that day. Quick shout out to our Dorksmen giveaway winners. We announced them last week. Shout out to Meg and Devin and Manny. Your prizes will be on the way shortly. Thank you guys for listening and being fans and participating in that. Just to let everybody know, we do have another contest in the works. Probably around the time ECCC hits, we'll have a full announcement and details on that. Trying to pull together some cool prizes from ECCC and just a little something different from us.
Little
for
something,
this next
something.
contest. Yeah, so it'll be good. And as always, make sure you're playing along with our bingo cards. Thank you to Andrew New Beardland, and for creating those cards for us. And
Love them.
shout out to Larry, Nerd and Cheese, STS guys, and Totally Rad Movie Pod for building us the redirect link. So dorksmanbingo.com if you're not aware. I guess we can talk about this. We'll be on the STS guys next Saturday. All four of us.
All
Yes,
four
we
of us.
will.
Excited to be on. So join us for that. That'll be a lot of fun.
So
And that
would
one
we
is-
be
that
called
one
the SCS Dorksmen? Is that what we're gonna call our six pack here?
Either that or we could be the four guys.
Just
But there will be six of us.
That'll be the funny part of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause,
sure.
Well,
Hilarious.
Nate
math
here,
is
so
hard.
Nate and math,
is
right?
hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's why it's funny.
that one does happen live, and I believe the
Yes.
usual time for them is 8:00. No, that's not right. 8
7
o'clock.
p.m. Pacific, right?
Is it 7? Thank you. Yes, 7
Yeah,
p.m. Pacific.
7 Pacific.
Follow them at STS guys, and they'll
Totally
get
rad
for more
pod.
information.
Well, that's the
And
other
yeah,
one, but
I totally rad pod. Please, yes.
I'm gonna try to do the math on the time. So that's 5 p.m. Hawaii, right? 7 p.m. Pacific. That's 8 p.m. Mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and 9 p.m. Central, and 10
And-
p.m. Eastern.
There you go. Good
Who
job.
did-
Eastern. Shout
did
out to
you-
our Eastern folks?
What'd you do with our
guys,
regular
I got
Nate?
the math. I got the math
I
right
did.
this week, guys.
I
I
did.
deserve a clap for that. Thank you very much.
He said a clap, not clap. Just a.
One clap.
I'm glad he didn't
Singular.
say the clap.
Single-
yeah,
single
but a
finger.
clap.
clap on.
No, stop.
No,
Those
those commercials were
keep
terrible.
going.
Those commercials were terrible.
But they're
The clap-
but they're
the
terrible in
clapper
an ironic
commercials?
way.
Well, not only
Right.
4 minutes in here, and we're already getting way off topic. So
That's true.
Folk,
That's a
yeah.
good
Way to do it.
actually.
This
Took
is
that long?
normal. This is yeah.
you're
like-
right. Yes.
No.
Please
So-
go on, Nate.
As always, we appreciate everyone's questions via the Ask the Dorksmen hashtag. So let's jump into it. We got a couple of questions this week. First question is from Austin, our good friend Austin Keel, who has designed our Funko heads that you can see on all our social media banners. So shout out to Austin for that.
Yes.
You can follow him at Twitter, Austin __ Keel. I had to double check that it was 2 underscores, just to make sure we're following the right Austin.
And on Instagram, he's the Funko Hundo.
Hunko.
That's why I had to make sure.
Funky Hundo.
Yeah.
You're getting these letters backwards.
Hunko.
The Funko Hunko.
Hunky.
Anyway, thank you again, Austin. We love our heads.
Hunky.
Funky, chunky soup.
Monkey.
Like the soup monkey.
Brass monkey. That funky monkey.
Anyways, his question is, if you could bring back one Funko style or product, which one would you bring back, and what line would you want to be done in that style?
Ooh. This kind of ties back to the historian comment I made within the last few episodes, because they've tried to do so many different things over the last, what is pop now, like 8 years, right? We're in 2020. About 8-9 years. There were so many pieces that came out before that. There's a lot of different choices here. You guys have any thoughts?
Well, doesn't Joey go first?
I didn't understand the question, to be honest with you.
So, it's like, what line would you like him to bring back that they no longer make?
So, like, obviously, Funko's most known for pop, but they do Dorbs, Wacky Wobblers.
Yeah, but what was the second part to the question?
The second part is then what would you like to see in that style that isn't existing?
I
Yeah, what
gotcha.
line, like
I gotcha.
what waves of characters would you see?
Right.
see
So, and maybe Ryan or somebody can correct me. So the new Wobblers are not the Wacky Wobblers anymore,
They're
right?
still called Wacky Wobblers, but they're not in the same style.
Yeah,
Are they called Wacky Wobblers? I thought they were just called Wobblers.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I don't have any in my boxes here. Otherwise, I'd pull them
I
out.
mean, I have the 2 Black Panther ones from the Collector Core box, and they just say Wobbler, not Wacky.
Oh, okay. I could be wrong.
See, that's what I would like. I would like them to bring back the Wacky Wobbler styled Wobblers and do it for the Office.
That's very appropriate, actually. If there was one to
pretty
do.
sure that
Yeah.
would have been Austin's answer as well. Like, I feel like you just tapped into Austin's brain.
But
I
he-
might
but-
have.
said
But Austin, you have to answer it anyway.
But second pick,
That's
I would
fair.
go with Borderlands. I would think some Borderlands Wacky Wobblers would be pretty fun too.
You know what I miss? I miss Pint Size Heroes. I think, I as far as I know, they're done with them, and I
Are
wouldn't
they?
mind.
They're dead.
As far as, like I said, as far as I know.
But didn't they just have them in a collector core box a couple of rounds ago? But I guess maybe
Well,
that was the last of it.
Yeah, but that'd be like 6 months ago plus. You know what I mean? Like, it's a while. So I
I
haven't
guess.
heard much, but I would love to see more of those. I'd like to see some more animation ones. I know they did Bender and Zoidberg from Futurama in the sci-fi version, but I'd like to see like Bob's Burgers or The Simpsons or a whole bunch of those.
Bob's Wacky Wobblers. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just on a
that'd be cool,
Wacky
too.
Wobblers kick here lately. So
a good one.
just about all my favorite lines in Wacky. Clint, stop playing with your rod on the video camera. Clint's
my
trying to
green
work.
rod.
Clint,
He's working his rod around his
It's-
back.
Not
Hey,
at the
look,
table,
he's-
Carlos.
He's got that Peronis too, where he's got a little curve to it as well.
That's right.
I don't know.
Gosh.
The viewers can't see it at home, but Clint's
Hey,
rod is
fleeting-
Well, you have to
definitely
call it
curved.
out by name
I just
too, Joey.
slung my rod over my shoulder. I want you guys to know that.
It's definitely leaning to the left a little.
Sounds like a personal problem there, sir.
Should get that checked out.
You really should. It's quite distracting to the
It
rest
is
of us. I'm
quite
glad we're not
distracting.
live on YouTube right
How's
now,
it
where I
hanging?
can see you a little to the left.
today. Yes.
Actually, it's on my right. But anyway, go on. Nate or Ryan, what's your answer?
How about you, Nate? I'll let you go first.
I'm a big fan of Dorbs, and I wish I want them to bring back the Dorbs. I haven't officially seen anything where they're done doing them. I know there's quite a few people like Steph who loves to collect Dorbs. She's all over the forums and posting a lot of Dorbs pictures, and I'm a big fan of the Dorbs line. I'd really love to see like bring back some Simpsons Dorbs. I think there's like just so much Simpsons stuff you can do.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
like they did a lot of rides with the Dorbs, which makes it even better. Like you could do like Homer's car, you could do like Mr. Burns in a car. Like there's just so many different things you could do with Dorbs, and I think that's one that I would love to see come back.
Hmm.
How about you, Ryan?
I am going to say Spastic Plastic, the original Spastic Plastic,
Like the
that come
ones in the tubes.
Yeah.
Oh
tubes,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Tubes.
Put it in the tubes.
What? Any specific? Just any type of spastic, or like? Would you like to see some of the characters done in the spastic style?
Well,
You wanna
there's,
see a
there's
Bat
newer.
Boy?
I don't know if you would call them spastic anymore, right? We're trying to be PC these days, but more of the newer spastic characters that were introduced rather after spastic became a thing 15, 20-ish years ago. So
They haven't.
I'd like to see some of the newer characters in the old style in the tube.
The boxes still say spastic on them, by the way, so they haven't really.
Yeah,
changed
the only
anything.
one that says Fantastic Plastic, to my knowledge, is Batboy. Which, by the way, shout out to Tanner.
Yep, that'd be
winning the
cool to see
contest
the
there.
original. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them stay
Is-
spastic. Even Oodles, right? To my knowledge, says
Yep.
spastic.
The box still says spastic. Yep.
Yeah.
Is spastic a bad word? Like I feel
In
It-
Europe, right? It
Well, I know
means
it's
something
Australia.
like crazy, or
Yeah.
it's like negative connotation, meaning. Forgive me, guys. I don't want to upset anybody, but I think it's like borderline, meaning retarded.
Well, I thought it was more like insanity kind of thing. Either way, it's offensive. in
No, I
another
think it's
country.
supposed to, like what Ryan was saying, referring to somebody that's got maybe some kind of special needs or something like that
Oh, okay.
in a derogatory way.
Hence the reason why a lot of people in Europe take heavy offense to it.
It's really weird, when you're running a global company and you try to come up with, kind of niche nicknames for stuff,
Right.
and then you don't really even realize that might offend somebody somewhere else because it's a word that they use that we don't use in that way. So it's a lesson, I guess, for global companies to make sure to do their research.
So kind of a funny story about that is when I used to work on FIFA, we'd have obviously in-game messaging where we had put a banner up saying, okay, sorry, the game's down for maintenance right now, or the game's coming down for maintenance. As you guys see that in all the games you play. So we did this banner where it was a bunch of birds on the field. Because it's like, well, there's birds on the field, you can't play. It's kind of like we're doing maintenance.
Right.
And we got a call from our French, from some of our French fans and some of our French workers, and they're just like, hey, you can't do that. Like, don't put that bird on there. Apparently, the bird is offensive to French people. And
What kind of
so
bird
it's-
was this? Is it a
It was
specific
like a pigeon. It was a pigeon. So they,
confused.
yeah, they didn't like it. And we
Did
just
they ever
took it out.
explain any reason why? Because I'm drawing a blank
I-
why that's.
Don't remember. It's so long ago. I'll look it up.
Would it have been okay if it was frogs?
It,
Right? That one makes sense.
yeah. Right. Yeah. No. Maybe not.
It's kind of like, okay, I know the viewers or the listeners, I shouldn't say viewers in this case, but they won't understand what I'm doing right now. But the OK sign, where you have like a circle with your pointer and your thumb, and they do like the sign language OK. In sign language, it means okay, or apparently means asshole. I don't know if you guys know this too. Depending on how you do it, it can also mean asshole.
I think it depends on the direction of your fingers. Down is asshole, up is letter F, really. So yeah, and I know there's other game where you put it below your waist and everything. Anyway,
Yeah,
let's go
you
back to Funko Talk.
Punched in the
Speaking of
balls.
off on a tangent,
Sorry, that was
serious
my
and-
fault. But yes,
got all serious
to
and-
sum it
but
up,
yeah,
I
that
would love to
makes
see
sense.
some spastics come back in the tube form.
Fantastic.
Thank you for the question, Austin.
Yeah.
Yes.
wait, we still have a second question, don't
Yes, we
Yeah.
do from Manny.
From Manny. Night
At Night
Bodega.
Bodega. Shout out to Manny.
He says, if you could steal one collectible from each one of your co-hosts, which would you choose?
Joey Devious, so, you don't have one yet. I was gonna say your social media Freddy phone, but I don't know if you have one. You don't have one yet. Never mind. Ryan's Ghost Rider. Nate's one of Nate's Ron English Freddy's. And Joey, I might try to take your Frankenstein from Fun Days.
That's a pretty good pick.
Wow, I didn't realize
my
we had to
favorite.
choose one from everybody. So, from Nate, I will steal your retro Freddy statue to go along
Ooh.
with my retros. Yeah,
Nice.
them's fighting words, right?
Don't do it.
That was smart.
Clint, I don't even know the extent of all the stuff that you have that I would want to pull off your wall.
Yeah, I think you have every Tony
Oh,
Stark I
actually,
do.
no. You know what? I know what I would take from you. Your Fanatic of
All
the
right.
Week, Freddy.
There you go.
Ooh.
Since you can't get that anymore.
Right.
And Joey, I agree with what Clint said, and your Frankenstein, Freddy.
If I didn't have the Pez, I would take that from Joey.
I'm going to be really boring, and I'm going to steal everybody else's ideas because I like Nate's 36-inch Freddy. I want that one. Clint's. You know what? I don't want Clint's. What is it called? Fanatic of the Week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Freddy that you have.
Freddy, yep.
I know you can't earn them anymore, but I'd rather not have something that I really didn't earn.
That's a good
So I
point,
probably
though.
would
Well said.
take that.
I respect that answer.
I know he's got some. You have some Bob's Burgers Dorbs, don't you?
I have this whole. Yeah, I have all 5 of them.
Okay, they're a set, so I'm just taking that in one fell swoop, and then I'm going to take Ryan's Ghost Rider Freddy.
Nobody wants Joey's Fast and Furious proto.
I think
Maybe
Sully
Sully
might be the
might.
only person that would
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah, my answer is pretty boring too, because Ryan, your Ghost Rider
Seems like the consistent
one.
answer across the board.
That's the one.
Oh, and it's badass.
Well, I don't want to take like one of your. I don't want to take like your wedding gift.
Oh yeah, if you do
Iron Man
that,
helmet,
it's not
you know?
me. Michi will come after you and stab you with a
Right.
spoon.
I wouldn't mess with Michi.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with her either. Yeah, Joey, definitely your Frankenstein Freddy. That one is one I really, really want one day. And Clint, I would probably, you know what I would take? I know you've got a box of the Shampoos. I would take I would take all of those because those are awesome.
Those are cool.
So some little different, not quite Funko, but close enough. Vinyl
I do like
ones.
those. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
And while this is not really related to the subject, since they can't see it, I did acquire a Ron English NYCC Freddy. Well, I should say Toy Tokyo exclusive, but it was a very generous gift from Cliffy, so I am flexing my collection today.
There you go.
We haven't
Bingo
done that
square.
one in a while, so and that's not forcing it, right, Joey? It came up in conversation. I figured it's
Yeah,
worth
I
mentioning.
didn't say anything
Yeah, he
about
didn't.
hemorrhoids.
Yep.
Yet.
Well, it's not usually me that has that problem. It's Clint. So
Yeah, speaking of stealing stuff, I would steal that custom that Cliffy has. That God Emperor Doom custom
Oh, that
I
was
shared
cool.
with you guys.
yeah, the God
That
Emperor
thing
Doom.
was amazing. It was a really, really cool piece.
Speaking of off-topic stuff, y'all mentioned Bim Toy when you were talking about the Champus. Did you see where they're starting to make a mid-sized tiny ghost?
Yes,
Mhm.
I saw that.
The 3-inch ones? Yep.
That's going to be very interesting
Yeah.
because I think that price point is going to be a little bit more competitive with some of the other. Like I've just recently started collecting Chomp from the Abominable Toys.
Sure.
I have 3 of them so far. I have like the Neapolitan set. I have the Bigfoot. I have the original one, and then I have the cotton candy one. So I have the brown, the white, and the pink. But that's one of the problems with those is the price point, is so high. Good thing they don't release them, in mass like Funko does. But
Right.
that's always kind of been my hold up with getting more into Tiny Ghost is the fact that the price point's a little high and the shipping makes it even a little bit worse when you're ordering from their drops and stuff like that. But, the 3-inch might, be a little bit more affordable. It might be something, easier to get at a con. So I'm really interested to see kind of where the price point is on those. And if they end up releasing them, like how are they going to release the regular size one and just that version of it too? Like there'll always be both sizes to release, or is it just going to be something kind of off the cuff and it's not the same design and it's going to be interesting to kind of see where they go with that.
Well, I think I think it's going to be the tandem thing, and they did say they're not releasing any of the 3 inches in previous editions, so it's all going to be going forward. So I think it's going to be in tandem.
So the regular one's what, 5 inches? Is that right?
Yep.
So everything that comes out, they have another one that comes out and it's a vampire for just as an example. So they'll have the 5-inch and the 3-inch available in it. Is what you're saying. That's what you understand.
That's how I got. And
okay.
from what I understand, they're going to still be individually. Like I thought at once they might sell like sets, but I think they're all still planning on individually.
I wonder
could
where
be
the
wrong.
price point's going to be because the regular ones are what, 30?
Yeah, I could see the special ones being $20.
Yeah, I think that would be reasonable. I think that would make it a little bit easier, especially if it's a con one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But anyway, very
I
good.
wonder how they're going to package those ones because I feel like I like the boxes, like just it forces you to take it out of the box. But
Yes.
I wonder if they're going to mix it up a little bit and maybe do like a windowed box for the 3-inch ones.
I doubt it because Reese is a big, take it out of the box. Yeah.
Right.
So I definitely see. And the thing is, I don't know if you guys saw. I know we're a little off topic here, but they did the BIM coin redemption, and if you had a silver coin, you got the mini Sinners and Saints, and that was the first mini to come in a box instead of in the pouches all together in one box. So they have the capability to make smaller boxes, and that's what I would expect with those.
Makes sense.
Take them out of the box. End of story.
Tiny Ghost, you have to.
Take everything out of the box.
You gotta take one out of the box. Yeah.
Anyway,
It's hard though because then we're off topic here, but where do you keep the box, right?
Throw it away.
no, I have a whole bunch of them broken down,
Yeah,
pushed
you
down.
gotta break the box down. Then
Yeah.
you have the inserts. What do you do with the inserts? Like
They're all
it's
stacked
just-
on top in the same order as the boxes.
Here's a pro tip for anybody. This is what I do for San Diego Comic-Con whenever I go. I break down the boxes. So if you haven't watched any of the Funko unboxing videos and you don't know the card trick yet, definitely check that out. But anyway, use a card, open the box, you don't damage it. I use Post-its. I put them on the inserts. I can label what they are. I condense them down. Shipping is a lot easier bringing everything back home. You don't have to worry about box stings. And voila. Everything gets home safe and sound. Pro tip
Genius.
from Asian Tony Stark.
Genius.
We need a little jingle doo-doo-doo-doo after that.
You got to finish the phrase, Nate. Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
No,
You're only one of those things.
Genius.
today you're just genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, billionaire, far from it. Sorry.
Today you're just genius.
Anyway.
Anyways, thank you guys for those questions. We always like to hear from you guys and hear your answers, especially on the questions that you guys ask us. And we hope you enjoy our answers.
Yeah, I'd love to hear Manny's answer to these questions.
I want to see what Manny wants to steal from us. Even if, like, you saw Sully's wall last week. If you want to take something from Sully,
You'll be
That's,
okay with
that's
that?
some fighting
Got
words,
lots.
though.
Yeah.
You better watch out there, man.
Yeah, you better be careful.
Yeah.
But so yeah, on to this week's topic. So we are not even a week away from Valentine's Day. So we thought it'd be fun to hit Twitter again with our Ask the Dorksmen dating advice hashtag, and get some Q&A. Get some Q&A going on romance and just things around romance and around Valentine's Day. We did get a lot of questions. When I wrote down all the questions and took all the questions from Twitter, I didn't tag everybody on which question we're going to answer. But, shout out to people like Mark and Steph and Manny and Austin and just all our regular listeners and a bunch of other people that jumped in there and gave us a lot of questions. We've got a lot of questions. We're definitely not going to be able to get through all of them. So we're just going to jump right into it. So what is your idea of a fun date night?
Joey, you want to go first since you usually do? Or do you want
Sure.
someone else to go? Okay.
No, I'll go ahead and go first. So, the kind of date night that I used to enjoy the most when I was like in high school and college, because I was living in New Orleans still, was just a trip down to the French Quarter, but like on a non-busy, non-touristy night. Because there is a lot of stuff to see down there besides just people flashing for beads and drunken shenanigans and whatnot. It's just really beautiful city just to kind of look at, especially at night. Just to kind of walk down, and not necessarily in the middle of the French Quarter area, but kind of off to the side, a little bit on Canal Street, kind of down by where Jack's Brewery is, and there's a Riverwalk mall that's out there that you can walk down. It's just a really nice time to just kind of walk, and you feel the wind off the Mississippi River a little bit, and it's relaxing if you want it to be. In other words, if you go on the right night when it's not crazy and it's not just absolute pandemonium, it's a pretty nice place to take a date, and very inexpensive place too to take a date, as far as just kind of seeing the sights and doing some of the stuff that they've got to do down there.
Would it be more fun when it was crazy though? Just to see how things
For
would go
a
with your
date night? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Right into the fire.
I think
Right.
it depends on who you ask as far as fun, because everybody's definition of what a
Right.
fun night out is going to
Right,
differ.
that's true.
And it
Well,
depends
that's
on
the
how
point of
old
the
you are,
question.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely now. That would not be the answer now. I mean, I would enjoy taking my wife down there, one weekend and doing that when it's not a busy weekend and doing that kind of stuff, and that'd be fun. But my ideal date night now is pretty much dinner and a movie, and that's about it. Let me go home and rest.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it
old.
depends on if you ask how old you are, right? Ideal date night,
Right.
like Joey was saying back, whatever, how many years ago that was for Joey. But
About 20.
ideal date night when you're in your teens and you're in your high school years versus ideal date night now. Like in your 20-somethings, for me, ideal date night probably would have been, well, especially given my job, would have been working, right? I would have been working till like 4 a.m. So it would have involved going to dinner and then going to the club, getting drunk and getting stupid, versus now I'd much rather just have a nice dinner, come home and be passed out by 10:30 kind of thing, That's
sounds
the kind
wonderful.
of gist of it.
That's
Yeah. Honestly, I enjoy just, even if I'm not going to sleep yet, I just enjoy laying in bed with Michi, and we don't always have to be doing the same thing. Sometimes she'll be watching her iPad. I'll be playing a game on my phone, but you're there together. You're
Yeah.
doing something, right? Next to your partner.
I'm gonna add on to that. I really like checking out new places to eat, like new restaurants.
agree.
So
Yep.
I mean, I think for this question, that's where my mind went. Is I'd like to go somewhere new. So it might be new to my. I would assume it'd be new to my date, but maybe not. Try that, and then see where we go from there. It's funny because I know dating now. We're talking about like dates a bit. I mean, like the first date shouldn't be anything serious anyway. You should get a drink, coffee, desserts, whatever, not like actually full on dating. So if it was a first date, no, but later on, absolutely. And I mean, that's what we did last night. My wife and I with another couple went to a place we'd never been before and had a great time. So I'm all for that.
I don't tangent question. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Go on.
So tangent question. I don't know if it's more like a thing for us out here, but when you were in your high school years, was a typical first date going to watch a movie?
I'm glad you said that. Yeah, I'd say at least early on for sure, which is kind of a cop out because it's not really a date. You don't get to hang out with that person, get to know that person, etc. It's just, I went out there. It's also a cheap one compared to some of the other things.
Maybe before, but these days movies are like $20.
Movies are not
right.
Movies are
it's not a cheap date anymore.
That's right. That's a good
Buy
point.
yourself a hot dog and it's like another $6.
Thanks for bringing that square in there.
I didn't really think about it at the time, but yeah,
it'd be a fun
organic.
date. And we did this with another couple too and had an awesome time. Was axe throwing.
That scares me.
I think like
I just fear I'm gonna like chop off my toe.
No.
Yeah.
Me and sharp things, no. Yeah.
Just don't be drinking when you do it.
Right.
Well, that's typically what they do out here.
That's true.
For my friends that have gone and done it, they're like, yeah, let's be like Jason Momoa and have some beer and throw an axe. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea.
And then they want to throw the axes at the beer.
12:30 a.m. Oh, I'm at the hospital. What'd you do? Oh, I ended up with an axe cutting through my toe.
So I tried to drink the axe and throw my beer.
That would actually be really funny. We're gonna see that in a movie now.
I cut my lips off.
I like Clint's idea there because it's like that's one of the things that I think my wife and I were first started dating. We used to go bowling. Like we're not good at bowling, but like bowling is one of those things where it's like you have a bit of activity. There's a bit of downtime. You're chatting. There's enough of a break where there's not just pressure where you're just sitting in front of the person and gotta have something to say. Gotta have that next topic in mind right away. So I think that's a fun thing to do. Like either that or like, something similar to axe throwing, but maybe not axe throwing. And I think the movie and has to be like movie and dinner or movie and coffee. You're right. So you have something to talk about after you watch the movie. So it's not just like you pick up your date, you go watch the movie and then you drop them off at home. Yeah, like that's kind of lame.
It's always the thought from high school is like, it's always awkward. You go out and you take a girl out, right? And you sit there, you don't really know them. You don't have a chance to talk with them. And then you try to do that little sly move where you try to grab her hand or something.
I tell you, that's one of the bad things about where I live in North Louisiana right now is there's not a lot of options for date type stuff outside of your dinner and a movie. Like everybody's talking about, all this other stuff that you can do. I mean, there's some places you can go to. There is a bowling alley, but it's like way off and it's always super crowded because it's like the only bowling alley left just about now. I tell you, one of the best dates, I guess, if you say, you used to go on a date with your wife a couple of years ago for our anniversary, my wife and I went to one of those, I don't know what they call them over here. The chain of them over here is called painting with a twist.
Oh, yeah.
So you like paint something and the twist is usually it's BYOB or BYOA, I guess, bring your own alcohol. I don't think we did that part of it. I can't totally remember, but we went and had like sushi for dinner or whatever, or not. I hadn't told her what we were doing. And we just kind of, surprise, we're going to be painting crap.
That's fun.
It was. And the best part of it, is that we still have both paintings that we did hanging up in the house from when we went and did that date. So you really got to be creative around here, especially if you're just starting to date somebody, because there's not a lot of options of things to do in this area.
I think another good thing you can do at home, you're going to do it anyway, is cook dinner together. Just do something together with your wife.
My wife makes me get out of the kitchen. I can't.
She does that too. I mean, in my defense, yes, she's like, yeah, I
mess up spaghetti.
Well, that's the thing. I think we're talking about.
No, but I do. I promise you, my wife.
He underboils it, man. He's like, here it is. Why it's supposed to be straight like that, right?
Extremely al dente noodles.
Yes,
It's like still stiff.
it's the it's the dentiest of owls.
So I think though, in the sense of the question was more somebody you're not married to and doesn't know, much about you. At least is the way I took it.
Right.
I think as an adult or
mean,
as a married
If
couple,
that's the
different
case, I
story.
would say coffee.
Right.
Coffee's a great choice.
Yep.
I think something where you've got to just like coffee, where you've got to sit down, you got to talk, and it's so much harder now. I can only imagine dating now with the phones and everything else, because I mean it's hard enough when you go with somebody for a while and trying to keep attention away from phones and checking your Twitter and checking text messages and all this other stuff. And
Yep.
it's got to be something where you can try to keep somebody's attention. And the movies, I guess, would be better for keeping your phone away, but then how do you talk and get to know people on a first date when you're in a movie?
Yeah, good point. Well, I mean, the thing about coffee or drink or whatever too is things if there's no chemistry or things aren't going well,
there's
can
no
bail.
escape hat. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
but
like, all right,
if you're
we're
like
done
at
here.
dinner,
Yeah.
there's like
But like the painting thing or something else, or like I know they have places like that where you do like pots, like your clay making
Mhm.
stuff, whatever, plates,
Like
something where
Ghost,
you're
like the movie Ghost.
yes, like the movie Ghost. Yes, getting ideas for Instagram for next week. Anyway,
Yes.
just something where you have to use your hands and you can't play with your phone, and you're committed to doing whatever this project is, and you're actually having to talk to somebody.
that was a great question. That was Angelica that asked that, by the way.
Okay,
Thank you,
cool.
Angelica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that kind of ties into the next question that we have here, which is, and none of us are dating anymore because we're all happily married.
Hey.
Except you're
Speak
on
for
Tinder.
yourself. You still got to take your wife on a date. Yeah, and you're on Tinder.
Speak for
apparently.
yourself. Ryan's
No,
not happily married.
Oh, whoa.
Leading into the next
Whoa.
Hey, you set yourself up for that one. He said happily married, and you're like, hey, man, speak for yourself.
No, he said we're not dating. So I was like, hey, speak
Okay.
for yourself, man. I take my wife on
Just
a
hope
date.
she doesn't listen to this episode.
Yeah, watch her bust in right now. What are you talking about?
Was that your Michi impression?
I guess. Very, very lame one, but
Nate, what's the question?
The question was, is it better to go on dating apps or to meet people in real life? And that is why I said we won't need this because we're all happily married.
Well, what?
Unless you're not happily married, then I'm sorry.
Doesn't this tie into it? Didn't we have another question about how you met your significant other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can tie that into that one as well.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'll go first. I actually met my wife on Match.com.
Oh, nice.
And so I honestly feel like online dating now is the way to go. And I say that because you meet somebody in real life, you don't have the foggiest what their intentions are. Are they with a friend and just want to hang out? Are they interested in you? Are they even interested in anybody at all? When you go on a dating app, there's no questions.
I agree with Clint 100%.
They're there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you're going to have to get together in real life and progress that. But meeting somebody for the first time, meeting at a bar doesn't work. I mean, yeah, there's great stories of working or meeting randomly in a grocery store or whatever. But the point is, if you're looking to date, you want to make sure that other person's looking to date. And that's why online is so successful.
Yeah, and that's why they're serious about it. Because like, I'll piggyback off Clint. I met Michi on eHarmony. So same smell, different nostril, right?
What?
Never heard that one.
I've said that one on the chat before, but I guess you guys didn't laugh at
Never
it.
heard that.
My mom
before.
says it all the
Same
time.
fart, different cheek.
But anyway,
But no.
going on here, I agree with Clint because you have to pay to, well, on Match it's different, but on eHarmony, if you want to see who it is that's actually messaging you, you have to
Right,
pay.
you gotta have to.
And if
You
you
have
want to
to
see
pay.
their message,
Right.
you're going to have to pay. So you know that level of commitment that this person has already put forth into wanting to actually truly meet somebody for the genuine reasons, as opposed to going to the bar. You could have a girl there that just wants you to buy her a drink. And she don't
Right.
care who you are. She'll just be nice to you till you buy her a drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, and vice versa.
true.
You know, guys might be nice to, whatever reason, but absolutely. And for the record, I think if you are serious about online dating, you have to pay regardless of what app you use.
It's true. I think.
Well, I mean, it's not like
all
arm and a
the
leg, but
reputable
yeah.
ones, I would say, whether
Right.
it's Match, which I've tried that, but
Well, I mean,
ultimately
even
I
if-
met her on eHarmony.
Even if you're going out to a bar or some other social scene to try to meet people, you're paying for that as well. I mean, there's some
Right.
kind of
True.
money that you're
Good
going to be
point.
out for. I for the longest time, and I don't want either of y'all to take offense to this. I for the longest time was like, that is so weird to meet, like a significant other or anybody online and stuff, and like, how do you know this person and all that stuff? And then like the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, that's how I met all my friends that I have now. Like,
Right.
is from online.
But we don't
you know?
have any ulterior intentions, right?
And
Or do?
do we?
We know we're all nerds.
And,
at work,
speak for
so that's-
yourself there, Nate.
attention.
I mean, there's only a couple of you that I've actually hung out with more than once in real life. Josh, I've hung out. Jason, Phoenix Force Jason, his husband Sully. That's it that I can think of that I've hung out with more than once. Everybody else I've just hung out in real life once, and that doesn't make us any less friends than people that I know in real life that I'm friends
Sure.
with. So my position on that's kind of changed, and I see what y'all are saying. I mean, you do always have the whole catfishing thing that you've got to be weary of and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, you can have that happen to you in real life. People can
Absolutely.
be pretending to be somebody else and trying to con you out of money or you know, even something worse, you know, something more malicious. So
Like your kidneys.
yes, exactly. End up
That
in
would be
a
more malicious.
hotel in a bathtub full of
Yeah,
ice with a hole in your side. So
But yeah, great point.
So I met my wife through a friend. I used to work, a friend I used to work with, and she was going to school as well. And then that's my wife and her actually on their first day for that course, they both got lost looking for their room. So they didn't know where they were going, but they were both in the same class together. So that's how my wife and her friend met, and that's how she introduced my wife to me back when when we were dating and
So
stuff.
you got lost too? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. I got lost. But yeah, so like to me, like same thing as Joey was like, dating apps to me always seemed very weird, just in the sense that it shouldn't be, because it's like just this stigma of catfishing and
Yeah.
people using it for ulterior motives and stuff. But like you said, like for someone to actually be serious about a site like that, you're putting money up front to meet somebody or to use this website. So
Yeah.
that takes a lot of the fears out of it for people that are using it, I think, and I think that's a good thing. But I think it's just in the back of my mind too. There's still always that bit of like that old-fashioned way of doing things. But
Right. Well, I mean, you have a friend they can vouch for him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I totally understand that, and I agree. If you can, or if that works out, that's awesome. And you know, there's plenty of stories like that. But the truth of the matter is, it's just harder and harder as we get busier and busier to have that situation fall in your lap like that.
I think it also changes as you get older, because the pool of fish, if you will, gets smaller and smaller, because you could have, say, 10 friends, 9 of whom are already married. Most of their friends are already married. So chances of them introducing you to somebody that you're compatible with, both you're attracted to them for whatever reason across the board, right?
Physically and
Everything.
mentally, yeah.
It thins out. And so the reason why I opted to go online is because in my line of work, always working at the nightclubs and bars and being out till late, you meet and you start seeing the exact same, we'll just exaggerate and say 50 people, if you will, right? And most of them didn't have the drive that I was hoping for out of a life partner. And I wanted to explore an avenue where I'm meeting people where I don't normally get a chance to meet them. So, like, the weirdest thing is, for Michi and I, we have so many mutual friends, but there was never a time in the past before we actually met online that we ever crossed paths in person.
And then your friends all like, what, really?
Yeah, that's exactly the speech that I got. And actually from some of my really close friends that I've known for 15 years in the nightlife business, they're like, you didn't know her before? You guys used to work at the same place. But it happened because I was working there at a different point in time than she was there.
Right.
So-
Well, but that was on the Aloha State of Mind episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Where they brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I never got to the part of the question that we rolled in where I actually met my wife.
Yes, please.
So mine's a little bit different. We actually worked together at the same place. So one of the times where you didn't have to pay for a social scene to go, they were paying me to go there. And we were both married when we were working at the place that we worked at, and we at first kind of got along like coworkers, and then we did not get along as coworkers. Like we were like almost mortal enemies. Like, you know,
Wow.
like music played in the background when we crossed paths and locked eyes, and not the good kind of music. And then we ended up getting switched together to another department where we were kind of isolated from the larger group with like a smaller group of like 20 or so like that. And like at the same exact time, we both were like going through separations and divorces at the same time. And I guess that common hardship kind of brought us closer together. And then just eventually we started dating from that point, and then got married, and we'll be married 14 years next month.
Wow, congrats.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's first of all, Nerd and Cheese, our friend Larry was the first one, that person that asked the question about online or in person. Thank you, Larry. It's a great question. It was recent fanatic of the week. His name is Rice Balls on Twitter, but
Asian Joey.
that's right.
Joey.
The other Joey.
He is my doppelganger.
And he's a cool doppelganger to have. You could definitely have worse. But anyway, he asked kind of the second part of this question. So thank you for that. And he does ask, was it love at first sight? And I'm glad Joey went on and said no.
It was not.
I'll be honest too. Mine wasn't either. In fact, we went on one date and I had a really good time with her. But the next day, my wife sent me a message saying, yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm like, really? What the? I was furious because I'm like, everything went so well. Well, I found out later that, well, not much later, that we had a friend she went to college with that I went to high school with. And, she knew all of her friends and I did too. And she associated me with them. And, I'm friends with them right. But I'm friends with them because I knew them in high school. It's not like I reach out and hang out with them. And we got that covered and everything worked out at the end. But Joey, it wasn't. To answer your question, Nate? Love at first sight.
No, it wasn't for us either. It was pretty slow dating in the beginning. She put up with me, and I just wore her down over time.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Just persistence.
You sound like Steve Urkel.
Persistence.
I'm wearing you down, baby. I'm wearing you down.
So then he became Nathan instead of just Nate.
Yeah.
Like Steve became
Urkel. Stefan
Stefan.
Urkel.
Nathan.
There you go. I like that. That's funny. For me, it actually was.
Yeah.
Well, let me also preface, even though we met online, we took about 2 weeks and we spoke on the phone every night for maybe like an hour or so. So we had the opportunity to really have conversation and get to know each other before the first time I actually took her out on a real date.
Nice.
And I should actually throw up the picture with this episode when we post it up. You would never think the way that like our body language and our chemistry was when we took the picture, you would not think that it was our first date.
Well, when you're busy flipping somebody off, it's kind of the assumption.
But it was a good time.
But you're trying to throw that axe at the other person.
When you're, instead of throwing the beer, you
put
throw
some
the
weight
axe.
on it. Yeah.
It was a good time, though. It really was a good time the first time that we went out, and we've pretty much been inseparable since.
Very good. Thank you for the questions, guys.
Yes, agreed.
What else you got, Nate?
So, moving along. What is a surefire way to get yourself out of the doghouse?
I have an easy, straightforward answer here for this one.
We've all been there.
Unless you want to go first, Joey, I can go first here.
No.
Okay. So
you have to go at some point.
Yeah, you do. Maybe you'll go last this time. But Michi loves gummy bears. It's one of those things that she's just like, she just loves them. It's the easiest way to describe it. And have I ever told you folks about what lihimui powder is out here? It's one of the local things that we have for snacks. It's basically like a dried plum, and then they pulverize it to what's like a powder. So it's kind of like tart. And they use it to coat a lot of different things. Or they actually put syrup, the lihimui syrup, in like ices, for example. So it's really good. If you guys ever make it out here, we should definitely go grab some. But she likes to put the powder on the gummy bear. So it's like, a little bit sour, a little bit sweet. It's a really good snack, but she just loves gummy bears. That's one of those things. I actually ended up getting her some for the wedding. I bought her like a little grab bag kind of thing to liven her spirits, and I did include that in there. So,
Was she not happy enough to be marrying you, or what?
He was in trouble on his wedding day.
Yeah, just to add that little extra like happiness. I
understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. I'll go next. I'm really trying to think. So, my wife is not somebody who's very materialistic, I'll say, which is funny being me, a collector, and being the exact opposite. But one thing we did, and I'm going to get a little deep here, is the no issues. We went to therapy. Like, we were like, you know what, let's try it. Let's just talk, and learn to talk that way. And, to get out of the doghouse, I think addressing the issue head on constructively is how I've gotten out of the doghouse before. I feel, instead of saying it's this way, or, do you have time to talk instead of just starting yelling? Like I think that really goes a long way. So I'd really strongly recommend that. I've also done sweets, I guess you could say, things like that. But I communication is key. Not that anybody needs to know that from me, but I would definitely recommend that if you're in the doghouse, just addressing the problem head on.
Yeah, it's important to also understand that. I mean, I guess it goes without saying here because it's for men versus not having a woman in the vicinity at all. But the way that we communicate and the way that they understand what we're saying is two completely different things, and vice versa. Like, I think we can all agree our wives may say one thing, but when they try to explain it in a longer sentence about what they meant, no, honey, that's not what you said.
No, not at all.
And I as the new one of the group, I've learned that, especially within the last few months. Because it's different, right?
Absolutely.
For me, it's like my wife will know that she knows that I know that I'm in trouble is when I start doing chores around the house. So I'll break out the vacuum, or I'll start dusting, or I'll clean stuff that's not like just my office or like kind of the very general areas. Like I'll start doing a deeper cleaning, or like I'll start vacuuming and stuff, and she'll be like, "You're only doing this because you're in trouble." And it's like, well, yeah, like I know this, like that's why I'm doing it. Or I'll totally just end up buying her stuff, and she's like, "Why did you buy me all this stuff?" I'm like, "I don't know. You never buy yourself anything, so I'm buying it for you."
So before you bought your Freddy 36-inch statue, did you do chores?
I don't think I did.
He had to clean the toilet. That's what it was.
Yeah, with a toothbrush.
He was outside vacuuming the lawn. I mean, it was that severe.
Just vacuuming the lawn.
Or you can be like Ross Geller and vacuum your vacuum.
Ooh, backception.
How about you,
Joey?
Usually little things, little gestures, like little handwritten notes, like post-it notes. Just
that's cool.
Yeah, just putting them up different places on the mirror when she gets up in the morning, that kind of stuff, just to, apologize or, say whatever. Sometimes it's easier just to say it in writing than say it out loud sometimes.
Sure.
No, I totally get that.
You sometimes get in this I'm going to yell over you type situation when you're having discussions, and sometimes it's better just to write it out and put it on paper and be like, "Hey, here's how I'm feeling," or "Here's why I'm sorry, and here's why you should please forgive me."
Because I'm great.
Yes.
It's a good point, though, Joey.
Because I have nice penmanship.
By the way, that question was from CC Customs, also of Geek Together. Thank you, Christina, for a wonderful question.
Yes.
So I saw that. I think it was Damien, and then Damien immediately posted like a picture of a bakery that Christina loves the pastry.
She's like, "You know me well."
And she's like, so shout out to them, happily married, happily together,
geeking together too.
Geeking together.
Yes,
I'm a third wheel sometimes. Let me put it like that.
You're always a third wheel.
That's true.
Making it weird.
Fourth wheel right now.
Yeah.
There you go. What else you got?
Dorksmen tricycle, and you're just that fourth wheel.
I'm completely useless and in the back. Got it.
That's right. In case we decide to do wheelies.
You're the spare tire.
You're the wheelie
on the
bar.
side looking around.
Spare tire on the tricycle.
Anyway, Nate, can you continue, please?
We're not done making Clint feel bad. Let's continue. We do that enough. Let's hit one more semi-serious question before we get into the goofy ones. So Valentine's Day coming up. I know, Clint, you went out last night. You guys have a tradition with your wife and some of your friends. Do you guys have any other Valentine's Day traditions? Do you guys celebrate Valentine's Day at all, or anything like that?
Well, since you addressed it, last night we go out with the same friends every the weekend before or after, whatever. Go to dinner, go get drinks, have a great time. Yeah, the joke is that my friend Greg, who goes with us, is my Valentine, and he's been my Valentine longer than Carolyn has. So, but we have a great time, and
you did get a card from him. I think we should address that as well.
Yeah, and not only that, I gave him one. So,
oh my, getting serious there.
Yeah, I didn't mention Dingus like mine did. And I'm like, how did you know? but it's a fun tradition, and it's celebrating our way. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Ooh,
Life is
Yeah.
always best enjoyed with friends.
Leave the rest up to the listeners' imaginations.
That's right.
Nice.
His rod's no longer in the picture. In case anyone-
Oh my.
Brought away.
he put his
It's
rod
gone
in.
down.
It's Anyways, anybody else? Joey, Ryan?
What was the question?
About Valentine's.
Distracted by Clint's rod. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day with your wife or any?
Oh yeah, we usually do. I'm like huge anti flowers for stuff because I just think it's a racket, especially for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I did get my wife's 40th birthday was last month, so I did get her some flowers for that. So I kind of broke my flowers rule for that. But Valentine's Day, usually, some little gift and dinner. Dinner's sometimes a sticky situation. Like I don't even know if we figured out yet what we're going to do. My daughter's old enough now where she can really stay at home, if we need her to, so we can just go out and at least get, dinner if we don't do dinner and a movie. But it's usually an excuse for us to have a date night if we can find somebody to watch our daughter. If not, she tags along like she has done in years before.
Cool.
How about you, Ryan?
Yeah, for your first Valentine's Day
this
as a
will be
married
our
couple.
first official Valentine's as husband and wife.
Got to go all out. So how much was the hot air balloon deposit? Wait, you did? Oh, Ryan.
Why are you giving away all the secrets for? What if Mickey's listening?
What
Ryan.
about that field of roses that you have?
Oh
See,
man,
you guys just go and spoil everything. But Nate, it should have been tulips, not roses. Yeah. See, so you missed the memo there. No, for us, we're probably just gonna go out to dinner, and because we're still kind of in the hole a little bit because of the wedding, being that we got engaged and we got married in less than a year, we're still having to pay off some of that stuff. So we did make the agreement between the both of us here that we are not going to exchange gifts for Valentine's, at least for this year. We're probably just gonna go out to dinner, and we're using a gift
Valentine's Day,
certificate
like
for that.
being in a hole.
Yep. Wow. This is supposed to
talking
be
about
a
Clint's
family-friendly show, and wasn't that one of the
Says
questions?
who?
Wasn't that one of the
Says who?
questions, Nate? What is the age
that?
bracket for this show?
Oh yeah, what is the rating for this podcast?
Yeah, age rating. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't
apparently,
say it's an NC-17, but it's definitely a hard R.
so are you implying that we're all being an ostrich and we're gonna put our head in the hole?
Hey, if that's what you want to put in the hole, that's on you, man. But you need to get some better directions.
It's between you and your wife,
And that ostrich, apparently.
Yeah.
and between Clint and his wife and his friend Greg and whoever else is involved.
You
There was
dingus.
there was another ostrich joke there, but I don't know how many of you have seen Letterkenny, so I'll just
No,
pass
I
on that
haven't.
one.
Too bad Sully's not
Anyway.
here. It would have worked. on him.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
I know we got some Letterkenny fans that are going to listen. They'll get the ostrich joke.
Nate, what do you do?
We're pretty quiet on Valentine's Day. Like we'll do some gifts, but we'll mostly just make dinner and just hang out at home. We don't like to fuss with the crowds and stuff because it's Valentine's Day is super busy.
Is
Usually,
it because y'all usually have a hard time finding a babysitter for MC? Is
Yes.
that why y'all are usually
Yes, MC
relegated
is,
to? Yeah.
Well,
MC is my
that's
son.
Banner's
I
job.
thought Banner
and
babysits
Banner
MC.
watches. Yeah, since we've had Banner, Banner watches MC. So,
Well, there you go.
yeah, so there we go. So,
Good old Banner.
By the way, shout out to
Banner for
Mike.
being
Shout out
such
to
a
Being a
Banner,
good
yeah.
sport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike, yeah.
And whisper
Good
down to
babysitter.
Mike.
Let's
Being
keep
a
this
good
going.
sport.
yeah.
Let's get to
But I
the
have
real
a funny,
question.
funny Valentine's Day story. Way back, before I was married, and before I was dating, my wife now. Me and a bunch of friends had plans to go for Valentine's Day because at the time a bunch of us were single. We're like, yeah, we'll go out, we'll do this, we'll spend the day, we'll watch a movie, we'll go have dinner, we'll do this, and this. And then the day before Valentine's Day, I get called into work, and they're like, hey, you're going to London tonight. So
Oh,
Wow.
I'm like, I had all this plan, everything was going. I'm like, see ya, I'm at the airport. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. And yeah, so that was kind of fun. So just a random Valentine's Day story.
You
that
broke
was
their
Steph
heart.
that asked that question, by the way. So _Steph Bill. Thank you for that question.
You know, I also noticed that Nate just totally blazed by the question about who would date who out of the four Dorksmen. I don't know
See, I
if
was
he was
coming to that one. because I wanted
uncomfortable
to
with
get
it
the-
because it didn't say he and I could be each other's dates. Now he doesn't know who to pick since he can't pick me to be his date.
See, I was getting all the serious questions out of the way. And then
That's
we're
a
gonna-
serious question. What are you talking about, man? I need to know.
All right.
I need to know who this other guy is out of the four of us that you're going to date.
What, are you gonna go kick his ass or?
That's right. It's gonna be either you or Ryan. I don't know what you're, chirping up for, sir.
I'm just clear. Well, I gotta be ready, right?
Yeah. Shut up.
Luckily, you can't sneak up on me.
See a shadow from like 3
Yeah,
blocks away.
the sun's blocked out. Joey will be here in 10 minutes.
So that makes it 30 minutes for me since I'm farther away.
All right, so the next question we have here is, if you had one super hot romantic date with one of your fellow Dorksmen, who would it be? Where would you take them? And what would you give them as their first gift?
This sounds like a Manny question. If I had to guess,
It was Mark.
Yeah,
It was Mark.
Oh, man.
There you go.
And then we had to qualify it where it was Joey can't pick Nate and Nate can't pick Joey.
Our love stands the test of time. You don't need to just qualify it with silly questions. They know what's up.
People that don't even listen, they know.
That's right. They could just see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a tough question because I think I could actually figure out something fun to do with you guys. I think all three of you. So I'm trying to pick which one.
I've always had like a thing for dating short girls, so obviously Ryan's my choice right there. So me and Ryan are going to go on a date together.
Oh man.
I'm gonna take him somewhere where he feels tall, maybe a children's museum.
Oh, ouch!
Shopping at the kids section at the Baby Gap.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy him something from the Baby Gap. We're gonna get matching "I Love You 3000" tattoos. That's gonna be our first.
Make it
gift.
personal, thank you.
Oh, or maybe like how they have the hearts that are like separated and you each wear a half. It's like a gauntlet though, an Iron Man gauntlet, the Nano gauntlet. Yeah, there we go. And we each get a half of it to wear on our second date because you will date me again.
Wow.
Or else.
Yeah, that's right.
Bossy.
Or else.
Wow.
Clint,
how the hell am I supposed to follow that up?
how are you gonna top that, Clint?
Well, so you know what? You take Ryan. I'm gonna take Nate, and I think Nate and I would actually go hang out in an arcade, play some games, grab some drinks,
play with each other's joysticks. Is that where you were going with
I'd
that?
show him my rod. I don't know how that goes.
We've seen your rod. We've all seen your rod.
Everybody's seen your rod.
Everyone's seen your rod.
But I could see it being just chill and hanging out, and maybe go, I don't know, pop hunting or something. I don't know.
Have some edibles.
We would definitely have to make a stop at the dispensary.
There you go.
Just so you could tolerate me longer.
Drug him.
Hey, whatever works, right?
I don't feel so good, man.
Oh, and that would be your gift. I would pay for your edible.
Oh, a nice little heart-shaped brownie with some weed baked into it.
I was thinking a sucker,
So
but that
cute.
works too. Yeah.
See, I didn't even think about the candy
man.
option. Gotta give Clint Edibles another review.
We'd be in the
Yelp.
store. We'd be in the store. He'd get to choose. There'd be variety.
Making it weird.
Maybe we get a hot dog. I don't know.
Hey, that's 2 times. 2 times in an episode. Mark it down.
How about you, Ryan?
That's tough. No, I'll be honest. I'll be sincere here because all 3 of you, being that we're so, diverse and you guys come from whole different backgrounds, it's interesting to explore the possibilities of doing something in the city that you live in and your background. So I don't know. Part of me, I'm just kind of gravitating towards Nate because we're both Asian. And I feel like we could probably enjoy a good meal together over some... I like Chinese food. Sorry to be
you and I couldn't.
racist.
Dang, man. Nate's just getting picked up by everybody. I'm going to have to kick all y'all's asses.
Well,
Just
in
fight
my
all 3 of
defense,
us.
from where I'm from, in this little island in the middle of the Pacific, I eat a lot of Chinese food. So meal-wise, I think that would be a good start. And
So what? I don't like Chinese food because I'm white? Is that what it is?
Yes.
That's like reverse racism, sir.
Yes.
The fact that
That's
you don't think I love Chinese food.
you
But I
can
see
think
how it
whatever
is.
you want. I'm not talking about Panda Express.
No. Okay. See.
Now you're just hurting his feelings.
I know.
I know. I'm telling
I
you.
just
First
wanted
of all,
to.
he didn't pick me for a date.
Kick him while he's
Clint
down.
did pick me for a
Jeez.
date.
I just
And
wanted
then
to
he saw
stick him
about
with the
Chinese
chopstick.
food. I love Chinese food. I took that short man on a date to the Children's Museum and bought him a nano gauntlet necklace. And this is the thanks I get.
You get.
This is the thanks I get. He takes Nate out for Chinese food in his little island on the Pacific. Come on, man.
See, Ryan to get all serious and stuff.
Bastard.
I was gonna pick Ryan just because it'd make my parents happy. Because
See, That's kind of a similar answer.
You brought
home
home a little Asian boy.
Take him home and be like, look, Mom, he's Asian.
Look, another MC.
Oh,
Slightly
Except this one has
taller.
short hair.
Hair's not as good, but he's taller.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think Mike is taller than me by an inch. I think.
We'll fix that. We'll fix that.
Yeah, I can just make my hair fancy, and it adds an inch. And if I wear dress
There you
shoes,
go.
then it adds another inch.
I wear stripes.
Just
Vertical.
makes you look taller.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not actually
We'll,
going to make
we'll
you
just
taller.
stretch it out. We'll just
My
stretch
bad.
it out.
Put some lifts in your shoes, man.
Hey, short people problems, man. I wear dress shoes all the time. It
You get those
helps.
old moon shoes. Remember those moon shoes that you could get that were supposed to make you dunk? Like,
Oh, right.
Oh, see, now there's two different things. There's moon shoes, which were like little trampoline shoes for your
Yeah.
feet.
Mhm.
And then there's the ones that were supposed to make your calves stronger that just like elevated just the front part of your foot. I
Right.
had some of those. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
I still couldn't dunk. No.
Well, now you can just by looking up.
now you have to
Nope.
look. Now you have to look down to dunk because you're so.
That's right.
I wish.
Nice.
So that was a really funny question. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks,
Sorry,
Mark.
Joe, I'd still date you, Joey.
Oh, thank you.
Well, yeah, we
Um,
assumed you guys would be side each other. I mean, that's just something you'd have to accept.
He's gonna fight all three of us because, for one, I apparently am cheating on him with Ryan, and then the other two of you because you picked me. So
Yes.
go.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Nate's
fun.
the belle of the ball.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Your mama will be happy, Nate.
Exactly. That's all that matters. My parents would be happy. So keeping on. What's your favorite romantic pair in any movie or TV show? That's another fun one.
And Ryan cannot pick Tony and Pepper.
Pepperoni.
No,
Pepperoni
I
and
said you
cheese.
cannot pick them. Pick somebody different. We all know that would be your top answer anyway.
Is there a couple in SVU? Like, is there a power couple in SVU?
No. Although, speaking of which, there's been a lot of tension between Rollins and Carisi.
Oh God, you just got him started.
gonna say,
talking
yeah.
about
I keep
Khaleesi
telling
and
Nietzsche
whatnot.
every week, when are they going to address this sexual tension? Because now they technically don't work together anymore. Carisi works for he's now an attorney. So, it
Spoiler
helps.
alert, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go ahead and answer the question. Mine is Jim and Pam from The Office.
Hmm.
They are pretty romantic.
Jam.
Jam.
Good
You know,
answer from Joey, number 2 Office fan, according to
Yep. Second best Office fan. Number
Second
2 Office
best.
fan right here, right behind the Funky Hunko.
I what's funny is I was totally thinking of Bob's Burgers and thinking of Bob and Linda, just because they have a Valentine's episode every year, and it doesn't go as well, but it still works, and everybody's happy, and but they also can accept each other for who they are too. They're not trying to impress or go crazy. They're like, we're two people working a burger joint. You know what I mean?
raising a bunch of wild and crazy kids.
I'd use very loosely.
So you didn't want to say Tina and Jimmy Jr.?
No, because Jimmy Jr. is an asshole. Tina, yes, but she doesn't have a.
Wow, you're very
another-
protective of Tina, apparently.
I am. Well, she puts herself out there, man.
She does, man.
She does.
She's like every other woman. She puts her bra on one boob at a time. So
Butt twerking and all.
that's right.
For me, I'd have to pick Homer and Marge. Just classic Simpsons. Homer and Marge would be my.
How come you can
favorite
pick them,
movie.
but I can't pick pepperoni?
He's not like that big into like only Simpsons, like you're that big into only Iron Man. I mean, his name does not say
Yeah.
Asian Bart Simpson, whereas yours says Asian Tony Stark.
But
It should say Asian Bart
its
Simpson now,
handle on the
though.
boards, it's Homer as Hulk.
It's
Smash, right? So anyway,
That's true.
well, if I can't pick pepperoni, then I will go Hulk and Romanoff. Black Widow.
Interesting, because I don't know. Yeah, interesting.
That's a weird bit of sexual tension there.
Oh,
Mhm.
totally.
And the
I would
awkward
love-
silence.
I would love for him to make a cameo in the Black Widow movie. I think that would be awesome.
That would be.
That would
actually.
be cool. But I think because I feel
During
like
the time frame, he's on the
Yeah.
planet
He's in-
where Thor
yeah.
ends up, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. maybe he can FaceTime her and be like, "Oh, I'm in space."
Hulk smash.
Giggity.
I'm sorry, Hulk like smash. That's probably better.
So thank you everyone for the questions this week.
There were a lot more. I'm sorry we
There were
couldn't
a
get
lot
to them
more.
all.
Yeah. There were some good ones. There were some weird ones. Lots of funny ones. Ones we may address. I guess we could address some of them on Twitter this week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
If we feel up
Well,
to it.
and at some point we're gonna have to do another Q&A episode, and some of these we can put in there too. So we'll get to them.
Yeah. So now these questions aren't going to go away. We don't take your questions and throw them away each week. We put them in this ever-growing doc that we have of all your Ask the Dorksmen questions, and we truly enjoy answering them, and we enjoy hearing your answers. So if you have any answers to anything that we've talked about today, anything that we didn't answer that you want us to see us answer, give us a shout on Twitter, Instagram. Don't email us because I won't respond. So that was fun. So what time is it? Fellas?
It's game time.
Nice. And I am hosting the game this week, guys. Since we are talking about all things, I guess you would call it love this week in honor of Valentine's Day.
I guess.
I figured it would be kind of fun to do some rom-com trivia. So
Okay.
I've broken it down. There's 5 questions in each category here. I have 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So we'll follow trend as what I did the last time. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. You guys can go around. Whoever gets closest goes first, and we will go clockwise from there.
42.
12.
35.
And Clint is the closest. I was thinking of 79.
I was gonna say.
I should have went with 47.
Yeah.
I was did.
Well, you didn't. So we are going to go Clint, Nate, and Joey. So Clint, one more time here. I have either 80s, 90s, or 2000s. I do also want to mention here that points are all worth 10 each, or questions are worth 10 points each, rather. And there is one bonus question in each category that is worth 25 points.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And it's 5 questions per category, is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Last time we did 10, and that was kind of a bit much. So I figure I'll shorten it down a little bit here.
Smart.
And the bonus question is a lot harder. It's very specific. I'll just preface and say right now that you're going to actually have to give me the character's name for each of the movies that I'm going to be mentioning here.
All right.
All right. So, Clint, you are up first. Give me a category and a number.
90s 3.
90s, number 3. Well, you hit it right in the head there. This is a bonus question. So, this is worth 25 points if you get it right. So, the quote, $50, Grandpa. For 75, the wife can watch, is said by this character, played by Laura San Giacomo. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce her last name.
Wow, for 90s, $50, $75, your wife can, or your wife can watch?
Yes.
Wow, I feel like, does anybody know this? Okay, I feel better. And I have no idea on the character. I'm just trying to think of the movie, even from the 90s that was in. I'm gonna kick myself when I hear it, but I don't know. Pretty Woman.
It is Pretty Woman, but I'm looking for
Damn it.
for the name of the character.
I have no idea.
Anybody want to take a guess?
Hot dog.
I didn't say it.
Is it Julia Roberts' character?
No, it's not. It's her friend.
Oh.
Man, you made that shit real hard.
Yeah.
What was the character's name?
Her name is Kit DeLuca. Although I would have I would have accepted just Kit. So I'm sorry, sir,
Okay,
you did
well.
not get that one right. Nate, I will go to you now. So give me a category and a number.
We'll stick with 90s
Yep.
and 1.
90s, number 1. This movie focuses on 2 business rivals who unknowingly fall in love over the internet.
Oh, I think I know it.
And I'm looking for the name of the movie here, by the way.
I know that one.
I think I do
think-
too. Yeah.
Trying to think.
The Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
That was actually on TV this weekend. I was watching it.
Jurassic Park. No. You've Got Mail.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was
Exactly what I was thinking.
Very good.
I was thinking that or Sleepless in Seattle, but like, no,
yeah.
that's not
Well,
thinking. They're the same movie.
They're basically the same.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, same cast.
Well done.
Although Sleepless in Seattle is a little bit more sad because it deals with the mom dying, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
Joey,
Thanks for Buzzkill.
on to you.
2000s, number 1.
2000's number 1. Okay. Jamie Sullivan, played by Mandy Moore, falls for an unlikely suitor in this film that showed us you can be in 2 places at once.
Wow, Mandy Moore, huh? This Is Us.
Movie, not TV
Oh.
show.
Is it A Walk to Remember?
Yes.
Wow. Well
Okay.
done, sir.
Clint, Dingus, you're the only one that got it wrong first round, so back to you.
I'm gonna go.
Pick your poison.
I'm gonna go 2000s, and I'm gonna go 4.
Well, you get the bonus again.
Dadgummit.
I don't think he's gonna get this, Joey. Let me just say that. Okay.
Joey, I don't think I am either. Let me just say that.
All right, so the movie 50 First Dates stars Adam Sandler as blank, a man afraid of commitment until he meets an amnesia victim.
So I have to know his name.
Yes, character's name. So you can see trend here, right? So obviously for
Yes.
the 80s question, it's going to be I'm looking for the character's name.
Gosh. Funny thing is, I almost want to like sneak off and see if I can go find it in my DVD collection because I have that, but I'm.
Here's a hint: it's not Penguin, even though the Penguin wears an Aloha shirt.
Thank you. I was gonna say Rob Schneider. How about that? I don't know.
His name is Henry Roth.
Never would have got that.
Yeah, I know.
It was
That one
on
is
TV
hard.
the other day, and I watched a bit of it, and I didn't
you know that?
remember his name.
Did you remember
Yeah,
that?
not.
Oh,
No.
Still a
I feel
very good
better.
movie. Okay, Nate, your turn. Pick your poison.
2000s,
Okay.
and has 2 been taken? 2 hasn't been
No.
taken, right?
Okay, number 2. This tearjerker follows a poor but passionate man who builds a house, leading him to reconnect with the love of his life.
I have no idea to be honest.
You want to guess, Joey?
What year was it again?
This
2000.
is 2000s.
2000s.
I think this one came out in 06.
Is it the? I'm thinking the Lake House.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking too.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but
Yeah.
The Notebook.
Oh.
I've never seen that.
got notebooked.
Yeah, we got Notebook
Isn't
again.
Ryan Gosling in the Notebook?
Yes, he
Yep,
is.
sure is.
You should have known that. National treasure.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
God damn it.
Isn't that required to be a Canadian, like as an immigrant? Did you have to watch the Notebook?
As an immigrant? I need
As
to
an
watch
immigrant.
the
So that means
Notebook?
if we go to Canada and want to live there, then Clint,
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
have you seen the Notebook? No, sorry.
that's like when folks start at
Sorry.
Funko, right? You got to watch Making Fun.
Yeah, right.
Prerequisite to being here. Okay, Joey, back to you. Your choice, sir.
What was the number in 2000s that Nate just chose?
He chose
Sure.
2 and Clint chose 4.
All right, so the 80s bonus is up. I'm going to go with number 5 in the 80s.
Okay, 80s number 5. Mermaid Princess Ariel sacrifices her voice in hopes of finding love with this land-walking prince. So I'm looking for the prince's name.
I would never think of this movie as a rom-com.
It fits,
I guess.
and it did come out in 1989, so it's counting as
Right.
80s.
Right.
Oh, I feel like I know it, and I'm trying to go through the names. I don't know. I can't think right now of it.
Can I say?
Sure.
Is Prince Eric a good enough answer?
Yes,
Okay.
that works. At least you know your Disney trivia.
My rom-com Disney trivia.
Yeah. And now you can choose a question.
I'm gonna be a total jerkwad here. I'm gonna say number 2 in 80s.
Okay. I think you guys will like this hint too. It's pretty funny.
I was hoping it was a bonus question just
It
to
is
make Joey
not.
mad.
Nope.
Okay, good. I guess.
Okay, Eddie Murphy stars as Prince Akeem, who travels from Zamunda to this New York borough in hopes of finding a wife he can respect in intellect and will.
Crap.
So to be specific, I'm looking for the place in New York City.
Yeah, I got that. Like, yeah, I got that. I don't remember which one. It's been a while since I've seen Coming to America. Oh, let's go with Brooklyn.
It is not. It's Queens.
Damn, that's my other guess. Okay.
So you
This-
are.
wasn't
0
that
for
why
3.
they moved to Queens? Was
Yes.
because he figured that's where the queen would be?
Yes.
Yeah,
Queens?
that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I should have figured that. My bad.
Oh, you're not doing too good this week, Clint.
Not
Okay,
no,
Nate. On to you,
What's
sir.
left? What's left in 90s?
90s, we have
2,
Number
4, and 5, I
4, and
believe.
5. Yes.
Okay, we'll go with 2.
2. Number 2, Sandra Bullock is mistaken for the fiance of coma patient Bill Pullman in this film.
Speed.
I didn't know Bill Pullman was in Speed.
Well, that's because you
And
weren't paying
I
attention.
didn't know
obviously.
that Keanu was in a coma.
The whole time.
The whole
Yeah.
time.
And that's
Oh,
where
I
like
see.
the Matrix.
It's because he's in the Matrix, and that's part of the
Where he brings
Matrix,
it up,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then somehow he travels in time. It gets crazy, man.
Yep.
And then they mess with his dog, and,
And then he can fly.
Yep. And then he comes back as a tumbleweed and visits SpongeBob.
what was the question again?
You need me to read again, Nate?
Yes.
Okay. Sandra Bullock is mistaken as the fiance of coma patient Bill Pullman in this film.
I like how the coma patient's name is Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
You mean that's the character's name, Bill Pullman?
No, I mean that's the actor.
I know, I'm kidding.
I know. Some of these I just remembered, so I didn't really do too much research for, and I couldn't remember what the character's name was. So I was like,
All good.
Forget
I'm
it.
just giving you a hard time,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate the work into this.
But stop stalling, Nate.
This was on TV recently as well. I know my wife was watching it, but I do not remember the name of this movie at all.
Okay, you give up?
Yeah.
Anybody want to try and answer?
No.
No clue.
While you were sleeping.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Well, it makes sense.
And Joey, we kick it back to you. So just as a reminder, 80s bonus question is still out there, and there are 3 questions left in that category.
Those bonus questions are hard, man. I'm avoiding those. I'm going to go 2000's number 3.
2000's number 3. Following the lives of 8 couples with loosely related love stories, blank takes place during the frantic month before Christmas.
Oh, I think I know this one.
It's 8 couples, not people.
I'm sorry, I worded that wrong. 8 people.
Okay.
Yeah, theoretically.
I remember the movie. I saw it, but I can't think of the name of it.
And hint and spoiler-ish, this is one of the movies I do enjoy watching. And I actually did mention on a past podcast that I did not catch it last
Love
time.
Actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I was like, 8 couples.
So 8 couples. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, that's not the right answer. Oh no, yep, no, we're still there.
Okay.
And that's not the one I was thinking of either, but
Clint. Pick wisely.
2000's number 5.
2000's number 5. Okay, we'll close that out. Transforming from simple-minded to fashion everything. Anne Hathaway stars in this film that teaches us never to deviate from your goals.
This must be the Devil Wears Prada.
Yes. Good job.
Damn
Finally
it.
on the board.
Yeah, you did it.
All right, Nate.
Okay.
So 2000s is closed out, right?
Yes.
That's right.
2000s is done.
90s number 4.
90s 4. Heath Ledger, accompanied by the school band, serenades
I knew
Julia
this one.
Stiles to this song in the film 10 Things I Hate About You. So I'm looking for the name of the song.
When they did Not Another Teen
that
Movie,
sucks.
it was Jamie's
If you
Got a
remember
Gun.
the scene, it's easy. I mean, it's a very
Yeah.
well-known song. I tried to not make these too hard, but apparently I just picked the wrong stuff, and it was just too difficult for you guys. Or I'm the rom-com fan, and you guys are not, which is kind of evident anyway.
I might be a little column A and a little from column B.
It's definitely the column B.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this scene in my head.
You're seeing a song in your head.
I'm seeing the song in my head.
So he's running across the bleachers with the
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah, we can see it.
So you
Security's
and
chasing
Clint
him.
did go get some edibles.
We
and
did
you're
definitely
hearing
get some
songs.
edibles.
Our date was awesome.
Just rubbing it in, aren't you?
Enjoy that. Put some dirt on it.
Is it
I'll give you a
take my eyes
hint.
off.
It's been covered by
Everybody.
another group or like many
it-
different artists over the years. It's an
Take your
iconic
guess.
Take
song.
My Eyes Off You?
Yes.
Nice. Well done, sir.
Okay, good job, Nate. Joey,
90s 5.
90s 5. That closes the category out. After an embarrassing and painful incident, Ted gets a second chance at love with his dream girl in this flick.
How I Met Your Mother.
Is it There's Something About Mary?
Yes.
Wow,
Nice.
good work, sir.
I had a
did not
couple
know
different
that.
hints for that one, but they were too easy. So I figured,
Well
I
done.
gotta try and make it a little bit more difficult here. Okay, so Clint, back to you. Right now, we just have 80s left, and we have numbers 1, 3, and 4.
Give me 3.
Wait, what's the score right now? Can we have a update on that?
Sure, let's find out.
Math time.
Spreadsheet time's more like it a bit.
He ran some SQL that'll tell us the number.
I should have thrown a filter on this before. Hold on.
Nothing beats the old pen and paper, sir.
I know. But this is what I live in, is spreadsheets
I'm pretty
all
sure.
day.
I'm pretty sure, Nate, you have 20 points. Joey has 30, and I have 10.
Yep. That is correct. Okay.
All right, and I just picked number 3 in 80s.
Number 3. Famous for a pantsless dance scene, this movie stars Tom Cruise as a Chicago teen having too much fun while his parents are away.
Well, that's risky business.
Very good. 10 more points for you. Okay, Nate.
So basically, I just have to get my question right, or Nate has to get his wrong, and I win.
Yes.
Yeah, and the crapshoot here is one of them is the bonus question, which is worth 25.
Oh, crap.
Ooh, crap.
Shoot.
So it's either 1 or 4.
All right.
Nate, your choice.
1.
1. Okay, you have the bonus question. So good luck. And again, I'm looking for the actual character's name here.
Okay.
Steve McQueen.
Dirty Dancing sets Patrick Swayze as this character, the camp's dance instructor.
Baby.
Although I do have a feeling Joey might have got this one right because he
Yeah, I
likes
think
he likes
Joey
the
would
movie.
have got this.
Yeah.
I only know the first name, though. Didn't you say you needed first and last name?
I would have accepted first in this case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because still hard enough to know that.
I know first name.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I don't know.
You want to at least guess? Hot dog is not an acceptable answer, sir.
Damn it.
Nor is
Han.
Punch Out.
Is his
Sorry, free
his
square.
name Joey?
Oh, no. His name's Johnny.
Yeah.
Ah,
Johnny
that's right.
Castle.
Yeah.
All right.
His last name's Castle?
Castle.
I do.
Yeah.
not know that.
I still want my question.
Yes, you do. So for you, Joey, gunning to land a role on a trashy hospital soap, Dustin Hoffman dons a dress and wig in this flick.
Tootsie.
Yeah, that one was pretty easy.
Good job, Joey. Way to kick our ass.
Yeah, it's all for Nate.
Let's see. So Nate.
Nate and I have 20. Joey has 40.
Yep. So congrats to Joey.
Nicely done. Thanks for the game, Ryan. That was,
Yeah,
that was
you're
a good
welcome.
time.
I'm
Yes,
sorry that
thanks
the
for the
questions were
win.
so hard.
No, that was good. It's just one of those things we should have been prepared, right? Because we knew it was going to be romantic topic. We
Yeah.
knew you were going to do a game on rom-coms, and we still weren't prepared.
And in my
that's
defense,
on
I
us.
actually knew most of these, except for I didn't know the Johnny Castle one.
I don't think many of us did.
A lot of the other ones I knew. I would have done okay, I think, at this game. Anyway, it was fun.
You would have done game good at the game you came up with. Got it.
If it was something similar, well, I mean, rom-com trivia based, I think I would have done okay. With these movies in specific, let me just preface and say that not all of them.
I don't watch a lot of rom-coms personally, so this was stretching my brain a little bit. But it was fun. It was good times. Yeah, so thank you, Ryan, for that. Thank you, everyone else, for the questions today. Thank you for tuning in this week and listening. Make sure you're always interacting with us on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Dorksmen. Like I said, do not email us. We are not a Bunko customer service line, but we are. And we'll answer those questions on February 30th. Yeah, so unless anyone has anything else, no, we're good. All right, well, that's my secret. I'm always angry.
Double bag it.
Word homies.
Bye.